What is up, guys? RySome here, and welcome back to Space Engineers. So yet again, I have been messing around in creative mode, and I've got some more ships and stuff to show you guys. But before I get started, I wanted to say, if you guys do not know what this game is, or have not seen my other videos, click the annotations on screen now. They will make everything easier to understand, and yeah. So anyways, let's get started. So today, I've built for you a small fleet. Now, it doesn't just consist of these 4 ships, but it does consist of these 4 types of ships. So there's many more than just these 4. But let me just explain how this works. So the fleet I've built for you today is just a very basic small ship fleet. It is not an army, so it's not going to have like 2 huge battle cruisers and like all these huge large ships. This is a small like convoy, you could say. So the first ship in this convoy is the Recon Ship. Now, each ship has their own attributes and different styles, and also their different uses. So the Recon Ship has it, well, in its name, it's a Recon Ship. So it goes in front of the oh, just fell off. Sorry about that. The Recon Ship, what I was saying, is it goes in front of the convoy and scopes out the whole area and makes sure it's safe and everything, and also can go like by enemy bases, collect data about where they are, what time is best to strike, all this different kind of stuff. And I made this one in particular super light, so I'm not using any heavy armor blocks on this ship. It also has a whole bunch of thrusters on it, so it's very speedy. In addition, it also has some firepower. It only has 2 Gatling guns, but those are mostly for defense and not for offense, if you know what I mean. Alright, moving on to the next ship. It is pretty much completely opposite, except for it is also very maneuverable. So it has four guns on each side. It has 2 Gatling guns and 2 rocket launchers on both sides. So this is actually the fighter ship, and this one in particular is the heavy fighter ship, because all around the thrusters and all around the weapons are heavy armor for extra protection. And the reason I made it like that is because this ship is going to be in the bulk of all the fighting, and also it is going to be on defense, protecting the rest of the fleet and such, so it needs to be very robust. Alright, moving on to the next ship. This ship is the crew transport ship, and it doesn't look too much different, although it's a little bit wider and the thrusters look a little bit different. But if we come around to the back, you can see we've got this crew compartment in the back, and it has this little ramp that you can activate using the button here, and it slowly goes back up and also can come back down. And I'll show you inside real quick. So we hop inside. We see that there's room for 4 crew. So you can have your whole squad in here, and you're just sitting in here, and you're waiting, and the ship takes you down into the enemy base, and you're all ready. You all pop out, have your guns ready, and you just, bam, just shoot everyone up and take over the base. It would be so perfect for factions, because you could have faction ships with tons of men in them and just unload them on all of the enemy factions. It would be like so much fun in multiplayer. Alright, moving on to the next ship. So this ship really doesn't have as much of a use as the other ships, although it still is pretty important. This ship, in fact, is the most, I wouldn't say important, because I mean, if it gets destroyed, it's not that big of a deal, although you do lose your captain. So what I'm trying to say is this is the command ship. And the fleet can still probably stay together if the command ship is lost, but this command ship helps organize the whole fleet and keep it as like one central kind of organization. So your general or your highest ranking officer would go in this, and they would be guiding everyone. So it is an important ship, but it's not as important as, let's say, the fighters, because I mean, without the fighters you couldn't even have this ship. It does also have guns on it, but they're just for defense as well. And this guy right here doesn't have guns either. Alright, I've made a little bit of a setup for you guys. This is just what a fleet could look like if I would assemble it the way I wanted to. So in the front, leading the whole convoy, like I said, would be 2 Recon ships. These ships would go in front of the whole convoy and scope out the area to make sure it was safe. Now, following behind them are the defense ships, or these are the actual fighters, excuse me. So there's probably going to be 1 on every side. So there's 1 in front, 1 behind, one above, one down, and 2 on each side, or 1 on each side, excuse me. And then the next level is these guys. These are the crew transport ships, like I said, and the back opens up on them as well. And then in the very center, protected by everything else, is the command ship. So that's pretty much all I have to show for you guys today. I just wanted to kind of explain how fleets could work in this game, and I just think it would be really cool if we could do this in multiplayer with 2 different factions just fighting each other like this, or like night operations. I just think it would be really interesting. So if you guys did like the video, be sure to like the video and show your support by even subscribing if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.